and welcome to my YouTube channel, Jojo Flows Cooking Show. If this is your first time, welcome, and if you've been here before, then welcome back. Always great to see you. So today I'm going to be doing a talk about coffee and caffeine and the simple and successful way that I was able to give up my average 3 coffees a day, with at least one of those being from a coffee shop, grabbing coffee on the go, as you know, a lot of people do. If you can stick around to the end of the video, I will be doing a demonstration of the 2 ways in which I make my substitute coffee. So I'm going to start off by giving you some figures and breaking it down for you. As I said earlier, 3 coffees a day, I mean, you know, after going through your day, that doesn't sound like much, but that does actually add up to around 21 coffees a week. Not too bad, maybe a lot, maybe not. 84 coffees a month and 1,008 coffees per year, which on the whole doesn't sound too bad. However, let's say out of the year you buy a coffee from a coffee shop, not every day of the year, because you've got to take into account holidays and time off, and sometimes you just don't have the time, you're out of the country or somewhere else, even though you can probably still buy when you're out of the country, obviously. But so I average it down to, let's say out of the year, say 300 days, you'll buy a coffee from a coffee shop. I average the price at around £6 per coffee, and that's probably not including any extras like marshmallows, cream, syrup, anything like that. So I have, like I say, averaged it at around £6 per coffee, and that would amount to £1,800 per year on spending coffee. And I had to do the maths a couple of times on that, because I was absolutely shocked that 1 coffee a day for 300 days a year amounts to £1,800. Now, if there's 2 of you in the house, you and your partner, you and your children, well, let's just say you and your partner, 2 people in the house, not hard to do the maths and work out that between 2 of you, you're spending £3,600 a year on takeaway coffee. I'm laughing because it sounds so wrong that I'm saying it, that just 2 coffees a year for 2 people from a shop would cost you £3,600. That is shocking and amazing. When you think what you could do with that money, you know, we're always complaining, my car needs mending, I've not had a holiday, something needs fixing in the house, the kids need this, the kids need that. And you know, giving up something just as simple as your daily coffee can save you a hell of a lot of money and allow you to do something extra nice for yourself with that money. So let's have a look at some of the effects that caffeine can have on the body. There are some positive effects. Well, I say positive like that because every time you take a substance and it can instantly disrupt the chemical balance of your body, I really wouldn't call that a positive effect unless it's a natural rush of endorphins. Anyhow, going off the subject there, so let's just see. The positive effects can be increased concentration, increased alertness, give you lots of energy. And like I said, those effects can come on within 5 to 30 minutes and can last for anything up to 6 hours. So you can understand why people enjoy the coffee, they enjoy that rush. It feels like an adrenaline rush, it's not really adrenaline. You know, people say, oh, I'll have a coffee, I'll get my day's cleaning done, or I'll have a coffee, it'll wake me up, which, yeah, it does that, but it's only a short burst of a rush throughout your body. It's not a natural release. So when you ingest the caffeine, it's just instantly boosting you, and that's what gives you, well, doesn't give you, it makes you think that it's doing something good for your body, when in actual fact, in my own opinion, and everything I say is just my opinion and my experience in this talk, is not very good for you. So let me just tell you some of the negative effects that caffeine has on the body. Firstly, it can dehydrate you because it can act as a diuretic. You can get irregular heartbeat, irregular breathing, increased heart rate, insomnia, anxiety, restlessness, stomach upset, vomiting in some cases, headaches. I mean, they're just the most common causes that caffeine can do to the body. And the negative effects far outweigh the positive on the body. Mentally, I think people feel that the positive effects are better. You know, it's worth taking this because I get those 3 positive effects, but the negative effects far outweigh the positive. The caffeine can stay in your bloodstream for anything from 10 plus hours. So if you have your first cup of coffee at 8 AM in the morning, by 6 PM, the effect of that caffeine running through your bloodstream is probably just about beginning to be eradicated from your body. However, if from 8 o'clock then you have another coffee, say 12, and another one at 4, you're probably not going to get any point throughout the full 24 hours where your body is consistently free of caffeine. You may get a 1 to 2, maybe 3 hour window depending on when you have your last cup of coffee. But is that not surprising why so many people are not sleeping, so many people have anxiety, so many people have irregular heartbeat these days, headaches constantly, feeling fatigued, tired constantly? And that is why, you know, we are told not to have a coffee after a certain time to enable you to sleep, because the caffeine messes with the neurotransmitters in your body, which in turn regulate your wake and sleep cycle. So if your wake sleep cycle is being artificially messed with, then it makes sense that you're not actually going to get a good night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed. And what do you do when you wake up and you're not feeling refreshed? The first thing you do, you go and you grab another coffee, drink that, you feel refreshed, you think you are, your brain says that you are, but realistically your body is not, and then you've just got that caffeine again coursing through your body throughout the next day, and it's just a repetitive cycle. So let me briefly tell you how I gave up the coffee rush. Firstly, not recommended to withdraw completely and just stop. You'll probably get worse effects than waking up and dying for your coffee, dying to drink your coffee the next morning. The effects of just giving up straight away is like with any drug, you will have withdrawal symptoms because your body will be so used to having that rush, them chemicals in your body. So you're going to have to do it gradually, it's not going to be easy. The first thing I did once I'd made up my mind that I wanted to quit coffee was do some research on what I could take in place of coffee, basically. I wanted something that probably looked like coffee, just to fuel my brain so that when I'm drinking it, I felt like I was drinking coffee. You know, there's plenty of drinks out there where people can say, oh, you know, take this and replace the coffee. But if you're so used to having that coffee, and then, for example, if you switch to a herbal tea, once you pick up that cup and you look in it and it just looks like a cup of hot water with a bit of a fruity taste, you're not going to be happy. You're going to want something that kind of reminds you that you're drinking coffee. When you look at it, you want to think, oh yeah, this is going to be a nice coffee. So I did my research and I came up with chicory root, which is a member of the dandelion family plant. It's the roots of the chicory roasted and the one he actually found also has dandelion root roasted in it as well, which once you've made it, it totally looks like coffee. It has like not a similar taste, but when you're drinking it, your brain does kind of fool you into think you're drinking coffee. It's got like an earthy taste with it, and because I don't use normal sugar, I'll use coconut sugar, which kind of gives it a caramelly taste as well. So it's actually a really nice coffee substitute. And like I said, at the end of this talk, I'm just going to show you the 2 ways I can make it. And you'll be able to see yourself that it looks exactly like coffee. Yeah, so that's what I did first. Did the research and decided, right, I'm going to get this and try this. So what I did is I started off with the last coffee of the day. So say I had the last coffee around 4 o'clock, I'd make the substitute coffee and drink that. I did that for around 2 weeks, kept drinking it. It took me about 4 days to actually get used to the taste, but after that I was well away. And then after I'd substituted my last coffee, I went back and substituted my midday coffee with the same drink and did that for 2 weeks, and you know, I started feeling better. I wasn't having as much headaches, I wasn't rushing to the toilet. I can't say my sleep improved a lot, but I was able to get into a good routine until I substituted my morning coffee. After I'd been doing that for 2 weeks, so like 6 weeks down the road here now of eliminating coffee and caffeine from my body, my sleep cycle did improve. I was able to fall asleep a hell of a lot faster than when I was drinking coffee. I was waking up feeling a lot better. I wasn't having any of the symptoms that I was having. I wasn't having cravings for coffee or anything like that. I just did start to feel, I felt really proud of myself, because to be able to achieve something like that and know the health benefits that your body is going to achieve by not adding, you know, caffeine to your body and giving it that fake rush. It was a really good feeling knowing that I'd completed that myself without, you know, any help. And I'm saying it as if it's like it's a really something that you need help from. Some people do need help. Some people actually rely on coffee and can't get through the day without a coffee. So even though I'm laughing and giggling to myself, for some people it is a really hard habit to break. But if you just do it gradually, week by week, you know, don't expect, the worst thing you can do is put pressure on yourself and say to yourself, I'm going to do it within a week. Like, it's not realistic. We're all humans, you know, and it's not to say that I didn't crave a coffee during that time. I did, but I just told myself for my health benefits, and for me, that gave me the push to continue. And I'm ever so glad now that I don't drink coffee, I don't miss coffee. I can walk through town, smell the coffee. Yeah, it smells nice, but I'm not tempted to go and buy one, especially once I've figured out how much money I'm saving as well. That was a massive positive in me giving up coffee as well. But yeah, I feel so much better for giving up the coffee, definitely. And I would advise anyone who wants to give it up to just give it a go. And if you fail after 2 weeks and you have one, you know, don't kick yourself for that. Just get back up and get back on the eliminating coffee out of my diet bus and continue with it. If I can do it, I'm sure all of you out there that want to do it will be able to do it too. So now to make the dandelion and chicory root tea. So here we have a tea bag of it, and we also have a fine blend roast dandelion and chicory root there, which is loose leaf. So with the loose leaf one, what I do is I have organic cotton tea bags like this, and I'll just take a scoop, heat scoop, pop that in the organic cotton bag, maybe just a little bit more, like that. and then we close the bag up. Tie a little knot there, we don't want the bag coming undone. So just do that. Pop the bag in the cup like that. This is my organic coconut blossom sugar. This is the dark blend, which is extremely caramelly and syrupy, so this is really nice in the coffee. So I'll just put 1, 2. It's nowhere near as sweet as normal sugar. I don't really add sugar in lots of things, but I do like to have a nice little drink. So I'll just put like 1.5 teaspoons in each cup. Like I say, you don't have to use the organic cotton tea bag. You can get infusers. However, sometimes I do find when you use an infuser and you're using something like the roasted dandelion root, sometimes little bits can come through because it's roasted down and grounded. Some of the bits are very fine, so it does come through the mesh on some of the infusers. That's why I changed to using the organic cotton tea bags too. As you can hear, mine's boiling, so we're going to take the fresh boiled hot water, tea bag cup, and that's the cotton tea bag. Now, give it a stir. As you can see, yesterday, that's the one with the tea bag in. This is the one with the organic cotton tea bag in. Look how brown and dark that goes. So that instantly, when you look at that, that tells me that's coffee in that cup, even though it isn't. Okay? So you can leave the tea bag in, you can infuse it for as long as you want, have it as strong as you want. The longer it's left in, obviously, the stronger it is. So then I'm going to add my oat milk. Again, you can make it as strong or as milky as you like. You can actually see it dripping out there. It just looks like coffee, very strong coffee. The actual blended down one is a bit stronger than the tea bag. As you can see, that is extremely dark now before I open it up. There we go. You can tell by the colour, that's the blended down route and this is the tea bag route. But as you can see, just tricking your brain, telling you you've got a nice cup of coffee in front of you. The dandelion and chicory root tea is gluten-free, lactose-free, caffeine-free, extremely good for your body. The chicory root and dandelion root have many benefits for your health, and you just feel like you're drinking a cup of goodness. But when you look at it, you think it's coffee. So I hope if anybody's there wanting to give up caffeine, you know, please take on board some of the things I've said. Maybe try it my way. If not, try it your own way, and hopefully you can also give up coffee and caffeine just as I did. Thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, it's free, and come back and see me again. I'm Jojo Flo and I'm sad to go. I'll be back again, just type my name. Thank you.